I can't do that. So from an outsider's perspective, seeing someone solve a Rubik's Cube in 14 seconds seems like an unbelievable task. Does having a higher IQ make life easier or harder? Hi everyone. This is another Aspie interview. I'm here with James Chan from Singapore. He's 27, he's part of Mensa Singapore, and today we're going to be having a chat about intellectual giftedness.
Yes. So I'm also proudly autistic, and I believe that.
Very important fact I forgot to mention, sorry.
It's okay, no problem. Okay, so. But before I go, I just want to say, because of that, I believe that there's more than one way to have a brain.
There's more than one way to have a brain.
Indeed. Yeah. So, I have here a Rubik's Cube, and I'm just going to solve it right now while I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
So, I know of a guy called Felix Zemdex from Australia who is a current world record holder for the average of 5 solves of the Rubik's Cube in competition, I believe. Yeah. So, but I would like to acknowledge one competitor by the name of Max Park. He's from the USA. He is also autistic, but he is the current defending champion of the world championship. His fastest time during the finals was a 5.87 seconds, and so I usually solve at about around 14 seconds. So compared to both of these individuals, I go at a snail's pace. So
Yeah. what did you say, 5.7?
yes, 5.87.
5.87, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. So from an outsider's perspective, seeing someone solve a Rubik's Cube in 14 seconds seems like an unbelievable task. Does having a higher IQ, you said you're part of Mensa, does that make life easier or harder?
I think it makes life harder in some aspects, and it has also made life harder in other aspects. So, when it comes to neurodevelopment, we talk about strengths and weaknesses. So, the autistic development is marked by both strengths and weaknesses. So we have, for example, have a sensory strengths. So certain kinds of stimuli actually excites us, and we see a lot of beauty in these things. But there are certain kinds of stimuli which actually we hate so much. And
what's an example for you personally?
Yeah, so like most other individuals, I hate the themes on socks, so the labels on shirts.
Themes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like dog barking.
Dogs barking, yeah.
Yeah, and I personally don't like squeaks, like when you rub two balloons between each other, or when a shoe slides on a wet ground. Those squeaks really drive me pretty up the wall. So that's one example. And intellectual giftedness is the same thing. Intellectual giftedness is a hard topic to talk about because I need to scramble this again. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
It's a hard topic to talk about because we tend to see people talking about intellectual giftedness in a very negative light. They either see it as a superiority complex kind of a perspective. So we see them as really proud of what they are, and therefore looking down on other people. So it's a hard topic to talk about, and this is an issue which I do not ignore. That being said, I feel that a lot of people, especially in that community of people, ignore the many difficulties which intellectually gifted people has, and that is the social problems.
So he just solved that in 18 seconds.
Which is
Close
slow,
enough.
actually.
While talking to me. Anyway,
Yeah,
so there are some social things that are more difficult.
Yeah. When we talk about intellectual disability, we talk about social problems as well. So we talk about this group of people, because of their different thought patterns, different ways of seeing information in the world.
So what's an example of something socially that is difficult for you, or that you've had to work on to be able to do?
Yeah, so when I see things and detail in the world which people do not get, especially the insight in the logical connections of the tasks I deal with and other aspects to a life, from things like fixing up a set of flat pack furniture, or how to attack an assignment at work. We have our own ways of seeing the logical connections. We have our own, we make fast analytical decisions at a speed and a level which people do not get. And so, going back to what I said just now, as mentioned, people with intellectual disabilities may have, because of their thought patterns, different interests in compared to the larger population. And I think that holds true for the intellectually gifted
As well.
population as well. And that's the issue that actually we should be tackling.
Interesting. Okay, so I have one last thing to ask you.
Yes.
What is your favourite part about being on the autism spectrum?
My favorite part about being on the autism spectrum is that I'm proud of who I am. I have so many strengths as a person, and these strengths have helped me to see the world in a kind of beauty which some people may simply see as insignificant. Just looking at the textures around me and the colors, and to see so much beauty and so much meaning in these things, and how much joy I get out of appreciating these things, is something that is very unique to me, something I'm proud of, and something that I celebrate.
Nice. Well, thanks for agreeing to be interviewed today.
You're very welcome.
I hope you've enjoyed that, and we'll have some other interviews later in the year.
Yep.
Thanks.
Perhaps the last time?
Yep, okay, no pressure. .2 seconds.
Yep.
Good job, James.
Thank you very much.